Been fighting. All right. We are live on YouTube. Good morning. Good morning. I just need for this video to connect so that I can put the link in our community so that everyone that is not in studio, um, like Teray and Debbie and Duana and Dr. LaFera and Heather and Kimberly are in studio. They can use the link placed in the group to actually, here we go. Had to refresh a couple of times. They can use the link to join in the comments. There we go. So now they can join us in the comments over on YouTube with us. Yay. All right. Speaking of communities, if you are a solopreneur, entrepreneur who is struggling to get to your first six figures in business, we have a community just for you. Go to shaycannon.info/group. We have three cannons in our group, or three values, three pillars. Number one is we actually build community. Actually, we have our community movie club night this week on Thursday. So members, don't forget that you have until tomorrow to vote so that we can watch the movie and then come together and talk about the business nuggets. Okay. Number two, we actually collaborate. We come together to make each other's businesses better and to make money together. And number three, we have conversations that are transformational to your business growth, kind of like this one that we have on the morning show. All right, let's get started. Good morning. Just realized I don't even have my banner up. Don't know what's going on with me that I didn't follow my own process, but there you go. So, good morning. Welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. Got the banner up now. Morning show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. It all starts with a blog, and this week's blog is at shaycannon.com/success. Okay, success, because this week what we're talking about is consistency versus strategy, the secret to business success. All right. This week, I'm laying it all out on the table and I'm giving you guys some transparent case studies from my own business. I need you to know that I am human too, and I have not always gotten it right, which is interesting since I'm an expert, right? But as many service providers do, I have in the past put my clients' businesses before my business, right? So as a service, I grow businesses and I tend to focus on my clients more than I focus on my own business, right? I'm from Alabama, and my grandmother used to say that's when the hairdresser's hair isn't done, the dentist's teeth are not straight, you know what I'm saying? The teacher's children are dumb. So all of that would be the old adages from Alabama. When you have a skill set and you're not applying it enough to your own business, life, etc. So basically what I understood was as I was focusing on my own clients, I would do things in my business, but I would do them to kind of tick them off my list, right? And I would be consistent with these things. These case studies are going to show you just how consistent I was. But it was not until I added strategy that I actually started having success, right? So let's jump into it. We're going to talk about 4 different areas that this has happened in my business that are going to give you examples. And then, ladies and gentlemen, if there are any gentlemen out there, I don't know where Keith is. We might have to say, y'all, Keith appeared in the comments. Look at that. Keith, where you been? Okay. Keith said, I've been swamped, missing the morning show. Good morning, everyone. Okay, Keith. I said, ladies and gentlemen, and summon Keith. I might have a little magic manifesting going on. All right, Keith, you were missed too. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is clarity. And clarity is often the first thing that we talk about because clarity comes first, right? But let me tell you how clarity, I was consistent in one clarity, but I had a problem. And then I'm going to tell you the strategy that I used to solve that problem, okay? Starting in 2017, I led the popularity of fractional C-suite services for entrepreneurs by providing excellent service and being a highly recommended expert for small business operations as a fractional chief operating officer. Before a lot of you met me, you had never heard of a fractional C-suite person. You have never heard of a fractional chief operating officer. Now, thanks to me, yes, I'm going to take all the credit. Thanks to me being a part of this movement of fractional fractional C-suite individuals. You now have, you've heard of fractional CMOs, fractional CTOs, fractional CIOs. The whole suite now has popular fractional services available, okay? So that was in 2017 when I got this thing started. In 2021, okay, so we're talking what, that's 4 years later, is when I decided to put less focus on my service side, being a COO, and wanting to put more focus on my coaching side, using that COO expertise to coach people who couldn't afford my service side, which is very high ticket, but get them some transformational growth in their businesses too, right? But most referrals consistently came to my service side, and I consistently showed up in excellence rather than being able to go over to my coaching side, okay? So that was the consistency going on. So my problem with that is my service took more time from me and severely capped my potential for scalability and revenue, right? Because I had decided I did not want an agency model. So I don't want more people working with me to service more clients. Therefore, I can kind of scale some. I didn't want that for my service side. What I decided was I wanted my coaching side, and that's the side I would scale. So problem again is I kept getting more and more referrals for my service side, even though I was publishing content on social media about coaching. Okay, so that was the problem. So you got the consistency, case study background, you got the problem. Let's talk about the strategy I employed with my consistency to get the job done. Okay, so it became clear that people power was greater than content power. Okay, people power was greater than content power. I'm pumping out all this content consistently, but the power of the people was overriding that. I'm pumping out content about coaching, but people, that word of mouth, that referral kept me busy on the service side anyway. So what I decided to do was host a 5-day summit with 50 plus sessions of value in honor of and in leveraging my 50th birthday. What I know about Facebook, y'all, if Facebook don't give you no shine no other day, they're going to give you shine on your birthday. Okay, they're going to let everybody know it's your birthday. So I use that and leverage that to get the word out about this summit, and got a whole bunch of people to sign up for this summit. All right. But what I also did was I hosted 30 other guest experts. So you see, I'm putting in the people power. That meant 30 other experts were also telling other people about this event that were in their network. That magnified and amplified the number of signups, okay? So they're coming in and giving great educational content about business growth and business scale, and borrowing those audiences brought new eyes to the summit that I never would have been able to bring, okay? In fact, I was running ads for the summit. I stopped the ads because the people power were bringing in more signups than the ads, okay? So I pitched the beta version of my flagship coaching program, and between the program and the over 300 people that were added to my email list, I was officially associated with business coaching. Okay, so let's go back over that. All right. So the consistency was I was known as this excellent fractional chief operating officer. Okay, but I wanted more business on my coaching side because that's the side I wanted to scale. My problem was getting more shine on that service side meant that I was bringing in the clients that I didn't want and not enough of my ideal clients. Right. The strategy, recognizing that it was people that was driving the success of my service side, I added the power of people to my coaching side by having this huge summit, leveraging the audiences and networks of 30 other guests, leveraging my birthday on social media to get the word out. And therefore, I became highly known now as a business coach, way better and way more reach than just the consistent content. So do you see what that content plus strategy added in there? Heather, you're unmuted. Did you have something you wanted to add from California already?
No, I didn't realize I was unmuted. I'm sorry.
Ooh, frog. Okay. So So what I would love to hear is any comments. I'm going to go around, right? Where maybe in your clarity, you were consistent with something, but it wasn't until you added strategy that you actually started meeting your goals and having success with that clarity. So I would love an example on your side or any thoughts on what I did. And then I'm going to go around. You know what? I'm going to go around now. Let me do this now. Because see, y'all already giving me eyes in the studio comments. Ain't nobody got time for y'all. Apparently that was gonna make y'all think too hard this mountain. Y'all ain't, look, y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. So I'm gonna change it up then. I'm gonna change my question up. Hey, Glow over there on the YouTube comments. So what I'm gonna do is I want you to keep my case study in mind, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you some general, consistent plus strategy plays that you can put in your business for business clarity. Okay. So that's what we'll do. You can tell me which one you think will be more helpful because y'all tripping this mountain. Okay. So number one, you want to define your core offerings. The consistency that you want to do is you want to ensure that your core offerings are well defined and consistently communicated across all your channels. People should know what your offer is. You should consistently be talking about your core offer, your main thing. Okay. Your strategy, regularly assess and refine your offering, that one offer. Stop switching up offers and putting new offers in front of your audience, and refine and make successful the one offer based on your market demand and your business goals. Okay. So that is the consistency plus the strategy so that you can get success with your core or main thing. Okay. Next thing, leverage your strengths. Okay. The consistency that you want is you want to continue to deliver excellence, because see, that was what got me, right? I wasn't even marketing my COO services. It was word of mouth. My clients would go into certain rooms with other business owners and they would say, you know, I don't have that problem in my business. My COO handles that. And people would be like, what? What's a COO? You got a COO? What they do for you? You know what I'm saying? So word of mouth got out and I got more and more clients. Okay. So deliver excellently to establish your services as and your reputation as one of excellence. Okay. So this will keep your pipeline filled with leads. Just being excellent. That's what you want to be consistent with, being excellent. All right. The strategy is establish your reputation and a client base as a foundation for new services. We need to use social proof. Okay. We need to get that stuff out there on more and more, because it shouldn't just be the clients talking about what we've done and gotten for them. We should be talking about what we've also done. Okay. This is what we're going to have a consistency marry strategy. So consistently show up in excellence. And the strategy is going to be, don't just let your clients give word of mouth. You need to share how you've gotten results for other people. All right. So that's leveraging your strengths. Balance content and personal interaction. Balance content and personal interaction. The consistency. Maintain a consistent presence on social media and other platforms, sharing valuable content related to both your current and your new services. You see where I was already sharing content. That was the consistency. The strategy came in when I had to recognize the power of personal interaction, right? People who are personally touched knew that I was a business coach, but watching my content on its own was not enough for me to emphasize, hey, I'm not just a fractional COO, I'm actually taking clients on my coaching side, right? So power of personal interaction was the strategy. So you can organize your live events or networking events, networking opportunities, so that you can add that personal touch to drive home where you're focused in your business, what type of clients you are looking to bring on. All right. The next thing, and we got 7 things, and we're on number 4. So again, utilize events for authority, okay? Regularly host and participate in events, summits, webinars, whatever, okay? And that's going to be the consistency. Regularly participate. Doesn't mean you have to host every time. But if you're regularly participating, there's more spaces you're showing up consistently as the authority that you want to be, okay? Now, the strategy you want to add to that is leverage these events to promote the new service. Okay. Every time they see you, they should be indoctrinated into whatever your new service or the focus of your offerings is. Okay. Next thing, build and engage your email lists. Okay. The consistency you need is to constantly grow and engage. That means put people on the list and actually talk to them, okay? By offering valuable content and updates of what's going on in your business. What I recognized was my email list didn't even quite know that I had switched from fractional COO over to more and more coaching services, okay? The strategy, use your list to strategically promote new services, share success stories from your new services, give them exclusive content about your new services, and segment your list based on their interests, okay? That's another thing that I had to do. Let me segment out these people who want me to be their COO and have a segment of who want me to be their coach, all right? Number 6, align your marketing goals. Align your marketing goals. So the consistency that you want here is you want to ensure that all of your marketing efforts, what you're talking about, matches your business goals, right? So every time I market or make an offer, it should be on my coaching side. It should not be on my COO side. If I want coaching to be the focus, then I need to consistently bring up coaching and market the coaching. That's what I consistently do. The strategy that I add is always reviewing and adjusting those marketing strategies to reflect what's going on the coaching side. Okay. So when we're trying to get people's attention, one thing I need you to know about marketing is you can't say the same thing over and over again, not wrapped in new words, right? Not wrapped in new experiences, not wrapped in new bonuses, not wrapped in new irresistible offer elements, right? So we keep our same offer, but how we get it out there should be different. That's the strategy. All right. Last but not least, monitor and adjust. A lot of us leave this out. So you want to consistently track your performance, right? How many people are going over to the COO side versus how many people are coming over to my coaching side? I want to track that stuff. Okay. I want to track how that marketing is doing. I want to track how that content is doing. I want to track how me being a part of events is doing. Am I still getting in more COO or am I finally getting in more coaching? That's the consistency of tracking. The strategy is being prepared to pivot the strategy based on the numbers, based on the feedback. Okay, based on the numbers, based on the feedback. Now, we have a workshop that we did at the beginning of the, I think it was the beginning of this year, maybe the end of last year, called, I think it was Analyze to Optimize. If you want that workshop replay, go to shaycannon.com/KPIS, which is KPIs, key performance indicators, right? But for your viewing pleasure, okay? And I'm going to put this link in the comments here in studio, and I'm going to put it in the show notes. But I want to show you the back end of my website. Because one of the things I have noticed lately is I've told you guys about Microsoft Clarity before, but I was able recently to see that thing in action. All right. So first of all, I gave y'all 7 strategies that are not in the blog. I told you how to be consistent with them. I told you the strategy. I want to know from you which one you think is going to be more helpful to your business. Let me go back through without the extra. Define your core offering, leverage your strengths, balance content and personal interaction, utilize events for authority, build and engage your email list, align your marketing with your goals, and last but not least, monitor and adjust. We'll come back to that round robin, but right now I want to share. Okay, this is the back end of my website, shaycannon.com. All right, I have a WordPress. If you have anything other than WordPress, God bless you. Or look, bless your heart, as we say in the South, bless your heart. All right, so I added Clarity. So Clarity is over here as a plugin. I'm going to go to Clarity. First, let me make sure y'all are looking at the same thing. Or should I say the right thing? Can y'all see my screen and it's the back end of my website and not my boyfriend? All right, awesome. All right, so this is Clarity, okay? It looks rather unassuming, but it actually kind of looks like Google Analytics if you just look at the the main page or the main dashboard. Well, when I go into recordings, this is when I start finding out some interesting stuff, y'all. Okay. I'm going to set this for the last 30 days rather than the last 3 days, because I'm more apt to find some good stuff. So this says there's one live user on the site right now, and that's probably one of you, because it says United States. So it's not talking about me, it's talking about one of you. This one says Mexico, that's me. Now, let me find a good one to show y'all a little something, something. Okay, that's me, that's Mexico. Let's find. So I'm looking at the duration, right? I want to find one that somebody was on here long enough to actually be doing something. This is China. Okay, this is going to show you at least their movements. Now, you get to see how they were interacting with my website. So they stayed on this blog post. They scrolled down. So here are my hands. I'm not doing that. This is a recording of them being on my website and what they did while they were on there. Okay. So that's just an example of movement. Let's go back. I want to find one that's really good. Like they came in on one page, they left out on, here's one. So this is somebody from the United States. They went through 11 pages, 10 clicks. The duration that was on there was 4 minutes, over 4 minutes. They started off on my retreat page, ended up on my lead magnet page. Let's look at this one. So look at there. Okay. They went to my home page, scroll down. Went to my story, which is kind of like your about me. My pop-up comes up. They close it out. They went to my speaker page. Like they was really into this thing, right? Scrolling down. And the way my website looks is not how it truly looks. So if you see like mistakes on the website, how they're recording it, it doesn't show up that way. I don't know why it's showing up that way on the recording. They went to my services page. So they really went and looked at each one of my pages. So they came in on the retreat page and really are looking at all of the pages. Okay, that's the blogs, the articles. Then they clicked on the work with me page again. Now, let me show you something else. So I'm under this session, and when I click insights, they give me key takeaways from the session. It's gonna fill in here. It's still filling in, so give it a moment. And they still over there scrolling. All right, this says the user showed a clear interest in Shay Cannon's offering, spending time on the Transform Your Business page twice, indicating they may be considering her services. Okay. They also explored content related to business growth strategies as seen by their visit to the top 4 funnels you need in your small business article, suggesting they are looking for ways to improve their business operations. A significant portion of the session was spent signing up for a free online training. Okay, so that's my lead magnet, which could mean that the user is actively seeking educational resources to enhance their entrepreneurial skills. Okay, so looking at, if I go back to session, looking at the date and time, I can go back and see who from Texas signed up in my active campaign this date and time and send them an individual email and say, hey, I saw you checking at the site. I saw that you downloaded the lead magnet. You know, how did that help you? Do you need any information? We can always hop on a Zoom call and have a conversation. Do y'all see this mess? Microsoft Clarity. Okay, Microsoft Clarity. What y'all talk about in the Kimberly said, okay, let me go get my clarity training manual out of the trash. Was throwing out old manuals from 2016. Listen, it's intuitive though, right? So it's not that hard to kind of figure out. So I will say that it's not that hard to figure out, but that's one of them. What do you want to add, Kimberly?
No, I was just saying, I literally was going through training manuals from my previous employer, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to need this. And then you end up mentioning it this morning, and in my head, I'm like, did I throw that bag out to the dumpster yet? No.
Hilarious. Now, this is somebody that came in on a blog post. They're from Canada, and they came in from YouTube. So the YouTube is working people, right? So somebody from Canada came in probably the week that we were talking about that. Well, no, it can't be that week because they came in on last week, and that's not what we were talking about last week. So they clearly found an old YouTube, not a live YouTube or a recent YouTube. And let's see how they went about so they came in directly on that link, which lets me know they clicked one of those YouTubes from the week that we talked about conferences, which has been a while, by the way. So that lets me know the SEO on my YouTube is working. Let's see. Let's see what the insights say, because I don't see nothing moving yet. Let's see. The insights say, the user visited the one blog post directly from YouTube, indicating they have been influenced by content related to business networking. All right. It says the session originated from a referral link on YouTube, indicating that video content may have influenced the visit and could be effective channel for driving traffic to this particular page, right? An event occurred at 08 where the page became hidden. Listen to this, right? This might indicate that the user switched tabs or windows, possibly due to multitasking or getting distracted. So that's why ain't no movement. They pulled it up and switched tabs. Okay, so that information that's invaluable, right? All right, so that lets me know that maybe I need to say something at the end of the description on YouTube to keep them engaged on my site, right? Instead of being distracted. So let's find another one that has good time, and that is in the United States. Okay, this is a good one. This is 22 minutes. Clearly they was distracted. Let's go in here. Okay, so they started on the blog from last week. Look at that. All right. This says Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and it's at 8:34. So what that lets me know is this is probably Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi had it up for so long because she had the blog post up during the morning show. Look at that. So we go to the insights. What do the insights say? It says the user showed a strong interest in the article, The Move from Solopreneur to Building a Team, spending over 22 minutes on this page, right? However, there were multiple instances where the page was hidden and made visible again, suggesting interruptions during their reading. There were instances where the page was hidden and made visible again. They clicked twice on the blog post. So yeah, more than likely that was Dr. Tachi. Let's find another one. This is the United States. Same blog. Let's see who this is. So this was 8 o'clock. It was doing the morning show. Look at that, Smyrna, Georgia. Y'all know who that is? That was Shawana. Let's see if Candyman brings Shawana around. So that was Shawana.
No, that was me. That was me. I live in Smyrna.
All right.
Yeah, that was me.
Mm-hmm. Cool beans. Look at that. So let's see what it says about Teray. It says the user spent a significant amount of time on the article. However, there were multiple instances where the page was hidden and made visible again. The session originated from Facebook. So you clicked from Facebook, Teray? Boom.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Shawana's in Marietta. So yeah, that was me.
But you know, sometimes they pick up Marietta and Smyrna because they like right there.
That's true. She's 12 minutes away.
Which is why you can walk out your back door and hit her back door.
Right.
But yeah, so look at all of this information it is giving me. So this is letting me know, are the articles that I'm putting out there bringing in the right kind of people, right? Are they actually doing things with the articles? This is somebody that came to my website. Let's see what they did on the website. Did they do any move? No, they didn't do. But look, they let me know they came in from the mobile and not laptop. But they didn't do nothing because I could tell that by the thing. Let's see if we can find another one. But this is interesting. Do y'all see? Come off the mic and tell me. Oh, they're moving it now. Come off the mic and tell me, do you see how this can help you in your business, right? And it's free. Back in the day, all we had was Hotjar, and Hotjar costs a pretty penny. Now we have Clarity, Microsoft. You sign your website up for it, and it's free. I'm not paying for this, and it's giving me valuable information. I haven't even checked out the heat maps yet. Let's go over here and see. Okay, let's see the heat map for my homepage. So what that's telling me is where people tend to go to the most in the last 30 days. So a lot of people come to the homepage. A lot of people look at my speaker page. A lot of people looks like they're checking out the lead magnet. All right, so the lead magnet is a good one. Let me see. This is how they're clicking to get back to the homepage. Let's see if we go down what they're doing down. Are they clicking anything else? Yeah, so I have the opportunity to put another lead magnet here because that one is not doing as well, right? But a lot of people come to my homepage to go to the blog. Look at that, clicks, 22. But that speaker page, I mean, this is valuable information. It's amazing. Let's go back one. Oh, I thought it was going to take me to the beginning of Hotjar. Let's see another page. I want to know how many people are actually going to this lead magnet page. Let's go over here. Or is that how I do it? Change, compare, summarize. Let's summarize heat maps. Let's see what it says. Because I love the way it gives the information. Okay, look at this. Desktop users frequently access articles, which is my blogs, with 45.8% of first and last clicks indicating high engagement with my content. Okay, mobile users often use the mobile menu. Their first clicks, 83.3%, suggesting navigation is a priority on mobile. I need to know that, right? A significant drop in scroll depth. Now, scroll depth is just how much they keep scrolling to see more, okay? After 20% on desktop, so that's 55. I don't know what they mean by that. So it seems like the they stop scrolling, I'm gonna say quicker on desktop than they do on mobile. Indicates less engagement deeper into the page. That's, remember when I told y'all about that above the scroll being prime real estate? Everybody's not scrolling all the way down to the bottom of your pages, right? Okay, and then they give me some suggestions. To increase user retention, consider adding engaging elements above the scroll. Look at that. Given the popularity of articles, my website could benefit from featuring articles more prominently on the homepage to boost engagement. Okay, enhancing visibility or accessibility of key content within initial viewport, not quite sure what that is, may improve user experience given the most interactions occur there. So I love this. I love stuff that not only gives me analytics, but they kind of give me recommendations based on the analytics. So come off the mic and tell me, do you find Microsoft Clarity to be useful for you? Okay, I'm just
of course.
Teresa said, of course. So what about your website? Like, what did it tell you about my website and how people are utilizing my website?
That information is a game changer. I mean, we put up a website and we're like, I mean, people can just go to our website and get the information. But now it's like gives you secret information about what people are actually seeing, and whenever you create a website, you're like, here's the information. But now you know what they're looking at, you know what they want to see, So whenever you make, what did you say? Review and adjust. You know what I mean? You can adjust your colors. You can adjust what you put at the top, that, you know what I mean, above the scroll. You can adjust your pictures, everything.
Yes.
You can adjust your language, your information. You know that your articles are getting, you know what I mean, attention.
Exactly.
Everything.
Exactly.
So
So I have been noticing for a while, y'all. Now, this is just my analytics. Think Google Analytics, okay? I have been noticing for a while that my efforts on YouTube have been working because YouTube became the #1 referral over Facebook. Facebook very easily for years was my #1 referral to my website. Okay. So all of my efforts on YouTube are working. Now, that just tells me that a lot of people from YouTube are coming to my site. But what Clarity just showed me is they're actually interacting with my content based on this morning show that has been broadcast out to YouTube only since what? We're going to say April? Yeah, April. So this information lets me know what's working and what's not working, or what's working better than what used to work the best, right? So definitely. Heather, did you have something you wanted to add? Or Teray, you
yes,
wanted to close out? Hold on one second, Heather.
sorry.
Did you want to close out, Teray? No, okay, Heather.
So, you all know that I freelance for the news website that I founded 10 years ago with a business partner. Part of our analytics of looking at what is working and what isn't is we need to know how many unique visitors come to the site,
Mm-hmm.
how long they remain on not just the site but on page. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then like you're using, like what's the attraction, what's bringing them in.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Facebook algorithm, you know, sucker's a fucker, right?
Yes, Bucker is
When
a
it starts,
fucker.
man. So when that changes, we have to adjust then the keywords that we use in the Facebook posts of the story links to bring people to the site. So the same
Mm-hmm.
thing works for our business websites. You want to know how many people are coming, where they're coming from, how long they're staying on your site, but also on page. And then and it's not just and page views. So each person is a unique visitor, but how many pages are they viewing on your site?
Exactly. And which pages are the most popular? You might need to
Exactly.
get more content on that.
Mm-hmm.
In the community right now, last night, what I did was I put up a poll. Next week, I'll be on vacation. So, we always do morning show rewinds the week that I'm on vacation, right? So now you guys are voting on the top 4 blogs based on the analytics from the website. Right. So the 4 popular blog posts from this quarter, you guys get to vote on which one you want to have the morning show reround based on. But I got that information from my analytics on my site. There's a lot going on in the comments over here on YouTube. So before I do a round robin of asking you guys which one of the strategies that you want to employ into your business for better business growth, let's go to these comments. So Dr. Toya is over here in the comments. She said, good morning, everybody. Dania is back with us. Hey, Dania. She said, good morning. I never put the 2 together. I had a strategy, but wasn't consistent. Then I went from consistency and didn't add clarity. Good food for thought. That's my goal for this week. She said, align my marketing with my goals is what I need to work on. Keith said, monitoring and adjust. I need to utilize insights to enhance engagement on my website, especially by monitoring and adjusting for different age groups and genders in my target audience. He said, I love using heat maps. Awesome, awesome. I'll tell you the funny thing about my demographics is my demographics on Facebook, my demographics that used to come to my website, women, right? But the crazy thing is the demographics that show up on my YouTube channel, overwhelmingly men. So is my demographic going to change, right? So this is a great thing about some of you hit this part where you realize that you're attracting people you don't mean to attract to, so you have a choice to make, right? Do I want to lean in to this new population of people that I'm attracting, or do I want to stay with the population of ideal client that I'm trying to attract, right? What I want you to understand is at the end of the day, you can be trying to attract one demographic and get in other demographics. It doesn't mean you have to demographic hop every time you see a change in the analytics. You can stay with yours and you can ask yourself, hey, what can I do to bring in more women to my YouTube channel, right? Could be the question that I can be asking. or I can not worry about it at all because my marketing is not going to change. It is for women. Now, do I ever say women? No. Do I say Black women particularly? No. What I say is solo and entrepreneurs, but every graphic that you see is a Black woman, right? So guess who is self-identifying when they see my stuff? Women. Who is in studio? Black women, right? So just think about it. You don't have to hop every time analytics show you something. Okay, you can stay vigilant and understand that people are smart. They're smarter than you're giving them credit for. Men know that if I can do it for women, I can do it for them. They're not worried about the fact that every picture is a Black woman at all. What they know is they want the results. I'm getting these Black women, so they say, hey, what about me? That doesn't mean I have to now switch my stuff. All right, now a lot of good stuff given today. I'm gonna go back over the strategies that I gave you that are not on the blog, because you know you get more on the morning show. So define your core offerings, leverage your strengths, balance content and personal interaction, utilize events for authority, build and engage your email list, align your marketing with your goals, and monitor and adjust. Kimberly may not be available right now. But if you are, Kimberly, come off the mic and tell me which one of these are you going to be consistent and strategic with to bring about business success. All right. Kimberly's at the Dream Funder. We're going to go to Heather.
Sorry, I was not trying to pull a Dr. LaFera.
No problem.
I had to get her back for that voice comment. I'm going to add clarity to the website, just because while I know all that, you know, all the stuff I just related for the news website, I haven't really been that diligent about checking the metrics and KPIs for my own web. I don't even have KPIs for the website, to be frank. So first I got to get those and then track them.
Love it. Love it. So don't just track them, check them, track them and check them. Okay.
Yep.
I set aside Fridays to go back and look over stuff. But I had not gone back and look over that clarity until last night when I was looking for the top 4 blog posts. I happened to see clarity over there. I was like, let me see if this thing is working. Let me see. And I was like, this goes along with what I'm talking about tomorrow anyway. Let me share it. This is amazing, right? So yeah. So we have to not just track stuff and not just attach things that are keeping numbers. We need to go back and review those numbers. That's number 2. So track. Number 2 is review. Number 3 is we need to pivot based on the numbers. Okay. So don't forget that. So let's go to Debbie. Debbie, which one of these strategies we talked about this morning do you know will bring about business success for you?
Well, let's see. The website is new, so I've added some different features. I'm really interested in the clarity to see what is going to attract, what people are going to be interested in. So there's more video on the site, and I have some events going on that will actually, people should be looking at the website. So I'm interested to see what they go for.
Awesome. Awesome. Dr. LaFera.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I would say now is defining my core offerings because most people don't know that I'm doing a course, and that was kind of intentional because I decided I didn't want to work like, you know, one-on-one with people. I don't really have time. And so when I'm creating my content now, I'm doing a lot of education and everything. So I'm kind of doing like 1 and 2 a good bit, getting ready to do the rest of them, like leveraging my strengths so that everybody knows I'm a doctor and I'm a health coach, but everybody doesn't know that I've healed like my autoimmune disease. And everybody doesn't know that I'm the granddaughter of like a farmer, like a serious farmer. So, and I used to be in the field sometimes. So like they don't know that. So I share that in my content so that when I get ready to do the course, like that stuff is in my course. So those, and then I got rid of the hot jar on one of my websites. Mine was Lucky Orange. It was really expensive. And I wasn't really using it. So yeah, so I'll be doing the clarity thing too. Because it's free and
Yes.
yeah,
Oh.
and it gives good advice. Like the other one didn't even give that advice. It just
Mhm.
tracked and got rid of your stuff in like 30 days or 90 days or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So
I love that. Dr. LaFera, I also think that you should be looking at the one about utilize events for authority. You definitely need to get out there more. People love having doctors. You know what I'm saying? That's a universal observed authority. People love having doctors as guests talking about stuff. So I think you definitely need to be trying to be interviewed more, showing up in different places more. I know you already wanted to be, doing your speaking from the stage, but also get on these podcasts, man. And it's funny because I'm going to talk about podcasts toward the end of the week. And the mistake I made, you could jump ahead and read that at shaycannon.com/success. But we'll be talking about that, I think, on Thursday. Thank you for that, Dr.
yeah, thank you, Shay.
Of course. Kimberly said, what you said about visuals is true. Teray mentioned to me before about using graphics that feature mine. I realize who it is and will make sure I do that. All right, Kimberly. Teray, which one of the strategies do you know will help you with your business success most?
Utilizing events and regularly participating. I feel like that boosts everything. Whenever people, whenever you're getting in front of other people's audiences, whenever you are seen in other well-known people, at least well-known in their own large audiences, see you, whenever they are showcasing you and your expertise, I feel like that boosts things. It's one thing whenever you just have, I think people are over advertised. Does that make sense?
Yes.
They're on Facebook, they see advertisements all the time. It's one thing to see Coca-Cola and McDonald's advertisements. Those are already popular brands. But whenever you see random advertisements of somebody who just decided to pay for Facebook ads, you're just like, yeah, keep scrolling. But it's another thing whenever, somebody has a large audience, they're an influencer, they have a following, and they put somebody on their platform and they're like, I can vouch for this person. This person is important. You never heard of them, but let me introduce you to this person. And then they open their mouth and they have something valuable to say. And you're like, wow, that's how I met Lamar.
Yep.
A conference came to Atlanta. It was the Black Enterprise Conference.
Mm-hmm.
And Bishop Jakes was speaking, and I bought a VIP ticket. And Bishop Jakes was the first one on the stage, and I was right there in the front VIP. Bishop Jakes spoke, and I already knew I wasn't staying all day. And the second person on the stage was Lamar. I ain't never heard of Lamar. And the first thing he said was, I'm giving away 500 of my books. All you have to do is text your name. I was like, all I know is I want that book. He was like, once you get the text message that, go to the thing and they'll give you a free book. And that was done. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when you get in somebody else's platform, I've been a TS peer ever since. I didn't been in Mastermind. I've been in all the things. Lamar got all my money, but I'm just saying. But that's how you do it. So I feel like that's, for me, that's the biggest way to,
Cool beans. And we're going to talk more about that later. Again, Thursday, we're talking about visibility. So stay tuned, y'all. Tomorrow, we're actually going to talk about community. I'm going to give you a case study on community. Again, if you want to jump ahead, go to shaycannon.com/success. But we're going to talk about a case study with community, and then we're going to give you some tips for you to apply in your business. Does anybody have any questions about today or any value adds about today before we get out of here? It didn't even feel like we were over time. All right, awesome. So the studio is closed.